Welcome to your conscious creator era. What if the most spiritual thing you could do for your business was actually master social media? But I bet right now, social media feels anything but spiritual. I felt the exact same way just a year ago. I thought social media was this dark, sinister place. It felt gross and inauthentic and like there had to be some other way. It's really weird to hear me even say that I used to think those things because now 30,000 followers later, I realize it's not that way at all and I think completely differently now. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I went from resisting content creation to building a thriving, authentic online presence. Moo has entered the chat. So you can fully step into your creative power, attract abundance, and actually make the impact you are truly meant to make without ever feeling like you're playing the game. Moo has a cone on his head because he got neutered yesterday. I run a marketing agency and I knew that content creation could help me land clients. I knew it would make me more money. I knew it would raise the quality of my life. I mean, that's just where the world has gone. Social currency is worth something. But I'm a very grounded and spiritual person, and that side of me wanted to be as far away from my screen as possible. And I felt like entering the game of content creation would just exacerbate the very thing that I was trying to escape. And I forget that other people feel this way too. I just had a meeting with my friend Sam, who owns a beautiful thrift store here in New Orleans called Blue Dream. And he was saying almost verbatim everything that I used to think. And I had to tell him exactly what I'm about to tell you. We'll start at the very beginning because I was a absolute doom scroller. And my first breaking point came when I started questioning my entire identity. I was like, do I want to decorate my home like this because I like this style or because I saw an influencer decorate her home like this? I was like, oh my God, my thoughts are not my thoughts right now. And so that was really the line in the sand. I was like, I'm not going to be on social media at all. But I quickly realized that that was not going to work for me. I felt disconnected from my friends who live across the country. And I also felt less inspired. Like I do get inspiration from social media and that's okay. I literally work in marketing. I need to know what's going on in the world, both culturally and in terms of online trends. I ended up getting the app Refocus. This was the first turning point in my mindset shift. Refocus allowed me to only even open Instagram in a 2-hour window during the day. Not in the morning, not during work time, not before bed. It was like from 6 to 8 p.m. I can go on Instagram and I'm still follow that today. And so when I started consuming more intentionally, I started to pick up on something important. I would enter Instagram asking myself, okay, what am I trying to get from this experience? And so when I started to consume on Instagram like that, I was shown creators that I felt were creating from a place that felt really good and felt spiritually aligned with me. And they're winning. They're finding abundance on here. They're building a personal brand. And I knew that my life would get easier from building this personal brand. So I was like, okay, there's obviously a way to show up online that feels good. And they were making a direct impact on me. Like their words actually changed how I saw my day, how I moved through the world, gave me some peace of mind. Like I was getting true value from it, not this like shallow internet sleaze that I always viewed social media as. And so I stopped feeling so icked out by it. I saw a Dan Coe video that really resonated with me during this time. And he was like, when you create meaningfully, what you are doing is selling someone into a higher consciousness. And that felt like the final key turn in unlocking my brain into this new reality where social media is one of the greatest tools that we can harness for true meaningful impact for the world that we want to see. And this is exactly what I told Sam. I was like, Sam, you have this store. It's not just a goodwill. You are stocking small brands local to New Orleans, a lot of women, a lot of people of color. Like you are thoughtfully sourcing all of this stuff. Every day that you aren't posting, someone else is buying from Shine. You can create abundance for yourself and impact for others. And when the right people have abundance for themselves, the world starts to change. I realized as a conscious business owner that I wasn't doing any good for the world by one, staying broke, and two, not gaining any kind of influence over what people think. If you want to create a better world, you have to have some kind of influence. You have to be able to tell a story that either helps someone or inspires them or changes the very way they think. And that was it. That got me to invest in knowledge and tools to learn all the technical skills I needed to actually start showing up online. And that's when I realized something else. Content creation is hard, and if it was easy, not everyone would do it. It can be exhausting, it can feel shitty at times, and it can feel like a pressure to perform. But by this point, I had the mindset shift and I had some evidence that things were working. And so I was like, there has to be this secret third thing that I'm not getting. There has to be something that can make this feel good. I'm just not using this powerful tool right. And that's when the next thing clicked. I started approaching social media like how I approach my life of spirituality. I started approaching it with intention. I got down to my why. When you are doing anything hard, if you are trying to progress in a skill, it's not going to be sunshine and daisies. You need to have some pillar that holds you to why you're doing all of this. I started spelling out my why. Just like when I sit down for a meditation or a yoga class, I set an intention for why I was even trying to show up on Instagram, on TikTok. On here. I want to make the world more creative and kind and sustainable, and I believe that my words and actions can help someone else do that. And when I actually got clear on that mission, social media really started to open up. I actually felt good creating because now I was like, okay, there's a purpose behind this. I'm not in the sleazy internet machine anymore. Now you are serving. You're not just creating content. You're serving the world. And you're using this really powerful communication tool to do it. I have a meditation I do with my clients, and so I'd like to do it here for you. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to think about a time when you were moved by someone. Maybe it was at a concert, or you saw someone's art at an art show or museum. Maybe you just had a really good conversation with someone. I want you to really get connected with that feeling. Think about the temperature in the air, what that felt like on your skin. Think about what kind of face you were making. Were you smiling? Were you crying? Start to think about what your heart felt like in that moment. Like really get connected to that feeling of being moved by someone else's actions or art or words. And so in the way that you were moved by someone, you too have the power to move someone. You can open your eyes slowly, but that is how I show up to content creation, because I know that someone will be moved by whatever I'm creating, because I'm creating from a really meaningful and well-intentioned place. It's through this lens that you start to show up on social media and find a lot less resistance. Now I create from this place that feels really good with consistent success, because now I feel like I'm contributing, not taking away or distracting. I help other creatives and conscious business owners get unstuck from that place that I was in exactly a year ago, so that way they can get back into their creative flow, attract abundance for themselves, and start gaining the kind of social influence they need to impact the world in a really beautiful way. If this sounds like you and something that you might benefit from, I have an 8-week coaching program called Intentional Impact Immersion. You can book a strategy call at the link below. In the meantime, you can get my free intentional online presence guide, and it kind of gives some more viewpoints of exactly how I approach social. And if you liked this conversation, please like this video and subscribe. It really helps get my channel to more people that also need to hear this message. You can subscribe if you want to hear more from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you.